Hey Busters, welcome back to another capsule toy video. So today we'll be opening up, I guess the baby praying mantis from the Kamakiri or the praying mantis series, specifically set 4 from the Ikimono Daizukan line or the Living Encyclopedia Gashapon toy. So this thing came out I think almost a month back. Sorry Busters, I did the last video I did was about the frogs, and I said I'd be doing more, but I forgot that I was actually going for about a month vacation back home, Hong Kong, to renew my citizenship. So yeah, so it's been a while, but I do have about like 4 videos making up, so hope you look forward to that. But yeah, so for those who don't know, these capsule toys are just capsule toys in Japan. These guys are 500 yen roll. So yeah, recently the prices have, most of these things have gone up, or rather not so much gone up, but just more of like you just can't, the cheapest capsule toy you can get nowadays is about 300 yen. So the now 500 yen series is about not too far-fetched anymore. But yeah, so but for those who actually follow me since the beginning, you'll notice that the Daizukan line no longer gives you the display stand, which is a bit sad. But yeah, so here it is. So as always, capsule good. So first off, as always, you get the little booklet. So here it is, the Ikimono Daizukan. Sorry, let me just focus that. Kamakiri 04, praying mantis. So it just tells you kind of how to build it. Currently, this one has actually, I think, surprisingly, I think this one has, I'd say, about 4 different molds. So here there's a lineup of 5. And the first one is the the Naンベイマルムネカマキリlight, and then there's a dark one. Basically, these two were kind of like the previous, similar to like the leaf types, like praying mantis kind of blends into leaf, and then the medama, the medama kare hamakiri, I guess the eye pattern one, I got this, so if you're interested, please check out that video. And then we have the muneaca harabiro kamikiri. I think it just basically says the red-chested praying mantis. And then we have the same one. However, this one is the fully grown one, seitai, and then the yotai, which is kind of like the adolescent baby form. So that's what we're gonna check out today. So that's why it's actually quite small. When I first rolled it, I was quite disappointed. I'm like, oh man, because I really did want to get one of these guys as my other roll, because I sniped it. I knew this one was a second roll, so anything else would have been good. I was hoping for one of these, but when I got this small one, I was kind of disappointed. However, I realized I already have, not this one, but I guess I do have one of the bigger ones. So this small one would be quite nice to the collection. So overall, in the end, I guess I won. So that's what we got. So let's just cut it up. Just to heads up for those who did manage to watch up to here. Sorry, currently using a different lighting, or rather not so much lighting, but the lights in my new apartment, they're not using the white lights, they're kind of using the yellow lights. So the lighting on this might be a bit off compared to normal, so sorry about that, Busters. But this video definitely came out before the medama, the eye pattern one. So if this, when I finish rendering this video and it does in fact look a bit different, please check out the other one, as I will try to do that in white lighting, and then you can kind of see a lighting if there's a difference in the coloring. So but yeah, so this one is definitely much smaller. This one is the red one, or rather I want to say it's smaller, but overall it's not too bad, I guess. It's been a while since I've collected the praying mantis one, so however, as always, sculpting is great. So let's see, how about the legs here? Sorry, Busters, let's see. Just let me zoom in on this, if it allows me to. No? Guess I got that. Sorry, Busters. There we go. So, so there we go. So as always, on the branch here, it says L1, R1. So these tells you if it's the front legs or the back legs. And you can always refer to the little guy to tell you that 1 is at the top and 2 is the rear leg. So these were the ones. So you can just twist these off. 1. And let's just try to remember, this one is specifically R1 or the right leg. And then right leg, of course, is the praying mantis's right leg. So you would do it this way. Right leg in the front. So this one goes up in here. Like so. Ooh. Right, I do recall the praying mantises were kind of annoying leg-wise to pop in. There we go. Got one in. It is quite tight. See if I can't get the second one in. Although I will say, what is it? It's a little bit hard for me. However, it could just be because of the awkward angle of my arms with a tablet in front of me. So please just put that note. You know what? I am going to. So these ones too. You just kind of pop these off. Just to save you guys some time and rambling, I'm just going to quickly do these legs off screen. So be right back, Busters. Alright, Busters, I did do them all, except before I did this one, I just wanted to tell you guys, in case you, pull it off the sprue and then you forget about it, if you just look closely at the ball joint, if it wants to focus here, basically what I just want to say is the ball joint, I think you can kind of see it based on the lighting. It says L1. Basically on the ball joint itself we'll say L1, R1, L2. So don't worry if these things pop off. If you are in storage, you will definitely know which leg is which. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And this one is definitely easier to push in. There we go. Oops, sorry, Busters. And then finally, I'm guessing let's just do the head first, since that just seems to be a bit of a pain to put on a bit later. Although it's already kind of a pain to do now. Well, there we go. I think I got it on. And then we just put on the body, which should be quite easy, I think. There we go. And there we have the kind of, I guess you can say, baby mantis. So overall, it's quite nice. Same as before, I guess. It's got articulation-wise, compared to before, I guess. Here it's got like a hinge, so it can go up a lot more. Similar to, I think, what is it? I had a Sakura, cherry blossom one. I want to say that this one is about that size, but maybe a little bit bigger. You know, the arms, as always, are articulated basically everywhere, including this little piece. Can extend up about this far. It's got little hinges here, you know, and on both sides. And this time, it's got I really don't, as always, I just like collecting bugs, but I do not know anything about them, nor do I like them enough to really research them. So, however, I noticed some viewers here have graciously offered to lend me their expertise and in the comments down below. So, greatly appreciate that, guys. But just to show off the eyes, if I can. Oops. So this part here is just kind of like the peg part, so you don't have to worry about that. But the eyes do have somewhat of like what is it? What's it called? I forgot. Sorry, Buster, the name escapes me, but the compound eyes. There you go. So you do have that slight effect in here, so they definitely go all out on that. And these are just clear wires that if you heat up, you can just adjust it. But I'm just gonna do that. So that's basically it. This is basically all in just molded in green plastic. However, sorry, Busters, the lighting does suck, so I will use my phone to see if I can give you a bit better lighting there. So as you guys can see, the back here is this kind of plastic, and then the back is colored like so. And then here's with the eyes. And then with the chest here. If I just open it up a bit. Sorry, Buster, my other hand's holding my phone. Just to give that lighting, so the red chested part of it. She's like, ah, it's too bright. So yeah, looks quite nice, quite nice. And then back to this. So overall, it is quite nice. Size-wise, it's not too small. But definitely compared to, I guess, the fully grown ones, it is a bit lacking. So moving on to size comparison. So here she is with a Digimon card, specifically Tamahime from Digimon card game. So this is just a generic playing card. So Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Casino, Bicycle, Trump cards, you name it. It should be, as always, 8.8 by 6.6 in size. So if we look at the height, it's about that much, I guess. Because of the legs, hind legs, it's a bit harder to tell, but it's like this. It just stick out a bit more size wise. Let me just push the legs down a bit like so. I'll lift this up. So I guess if you have to have the maximum, kind of like that, I guess, it just fits under about like so. With this here, width-wise, it's about that much. So definitely, it's about 8, just under 9 in terms of how wide it is. Height-wise, because you would definitely have it balanced, I would say it was just under 8 or so, but the antenna is sticking out, could be up to 10. So sorry about the noise, Busters, if you can hear that. The train, my new apartment is basically right next to the train track, so. And summer in Japan is hot, so the windows are open. So let me just fix this legs again. There we go. And as always, with size comparison to the other ones. So here he is with the original sized praying mantis from the first set. So as you can see, very big difference. Sorry, Busters. I think the leg on my guy's kind of lazy, so he can't quite prop himself up anymore. So, oops, yeah, so I gotta adjust it. But just size-wise, you can already tell it's very big, very, like size-wise, quite different in size. And these have the wings, and these, I guess, haven't grown it yet. So that's kind of cool. So size-wise, like that. You know what, let's see. I think if I support these, put these wings here just so his legs don't buckle down, might be able to support himself a little bit. Sorry, Busters, let me see if I can do it for you. Probably a bit hard. Something like that. So, size-wise. I think from the second set, he is with the one that kind of like copies a leaf. He's more akin to this sized one, honestly. That you can kind of see the arms length wise. This one is definitely smaller. So you can kind of, it's almost like the head's bigger here, but size wise, this one seems bigger. You know, it does have the wings and or this thing. So this one is definitely a bit smaller plastic wise, but I think you would probably put them in the same scale as like medium-ish if I had to, strictly because compare him with the Sakura one. This one does seem bigger head. That's why, so kind of like that. So definitely similar, but this one is, the Sakura petal one is definitely smaller. Whereas this guy was part of my medium, so kind of like that. So currently my grasshopper or praying mantis collection is only this much, plus the Medama one. So here is a decent size comparison, I guess. At least as far as I know, this is the except for the back part, this one is about the same mold. But this was way back then when they came up with the display stands. Nowadays, the capsules no longer come with the stand nor wings, so they've been cutting costs here and there. So this might be what I'm trying to say is from this one. So this adult one should be this style. However, they might have just made like a smaller version of it. So if you get this set and have managed to get this mold, it might be a smaller one. It's just what I'm trying to say. But basically, that's about it. There's not much else to say about them. In terms of pros and cons, I would definitely say it is quite nice. At least for me, as you can see, all of these are unique. So for me, it's perfect. Recommendation, like molding wise, is always great. The only thing I guess I slightly have against it is I wish they put a bit more paint apps onto the back part here, just so it matches a bit better, because clearly you can see only the body had painted and everything else is just green plastic. So just kind of wish they've just blended it in a bit better. But outside of that, I think it's definitely nice for people who like bugs, or like me who have collected or want different molds. Highly recommend it. For people who are interested in these praying mantises and have collected a lot more than me, at that point I wouldn't really be too sure, but I'd say if you don't have this mold, I think it's worth getting. As far as I can tell, for these Ikimono Daizukan lines, despite them sometimes having re-released the same mold, they always do change it up a bit, such as adding new colors to it, or slightly improving the mold to make it more realistic. So basically, I think, at least for beetles, I'm not sure about these guys, but at least I know for beetles, they do consistently reuse certain molds. However, they do differentiate them all slightly. So if you did collect these and you're worried about doubling up, I think there is a chance that what you're getting is not like a complete 100% copy. There will be slight variances to it, which may make it a bit better or worse depending. So, but basically, I'd say highly recommend it if you're a fan of grasshoppers. I mean, not grasshoppers, sorry, praying mantises, or if you bugs in general. The only things against it, or I guess certain points against it for people who might not want it, would be if you're kind of like worried you're not into bugs. This line is generally quite realistic. Plastic, excluding the plastic giving it away. Except for that, the molding details on these guys are amazing. There's a link in the description below to the website. But basically, I think since a few sets back, they've been using like CT scans or something. Basically scanning real specimens and using that for molds, and just going straight from there into the molds. So that's why these things are highly realistic. I mean, let me just see if we can show it off, but sorry, Buster. So like look the detail on just the scythe here, like lots of ridges, like spikes here, there. It's not even uniform, like some are longer than others, and even, I guess I should show this off, shouldn't I? A bit late, but like even the bottom of the mouth, although the plastic part, because of how small it is quite limited, they do put like various details on just the mouth itself. So like it is highly realistic. For 500 yen, it's definitely a great pickup for fans of insects, no doubt about it. For those who want like the ultimate figure of these, I think I would at that point recommend what is it, the Revoltech ones. From what I heard, they're bigger, not good size, but much more highly realistic and imposable, so might want to check that out. But for 500 yen, definitely can't go wrong with these. And you guys all, luckily, the Japan yen has plummeted, so these things are now cheaper than ever for you guys. So I would say if you're interested, now's the time to get into it. But yeah, so that's basically it for this review. Let me just make him a bit more in the spotlight. So yeah, so that's basically it for today's review. Hopefully this video answered any questions or comments you had about this guy. And if you were on the fence, hopefully it helped you decide whether to get this guy or not. But as always, I don't really do much editing to these videos, so if there's anything I went over too quickly or messed up or you wanted to know more about, please let me know down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to get back to you on that. So that's about it, Busters. Once again, thanks for watching and hope to see you again on my next capsule toy video. As always, this is Buster-kun here, off because he's a Curly Rudy.